I have a caller as well. I have Rich from Indianapolis. Rich, are you there?
How are you, sweetheart?
Honey, I'm really proud of you, I have to tell you.
Thank you.
You did it.
Thanks.
You broke 6. You can come home.
I can come home. I can come home again, head held high.
I did get some
Yeah.
insider information, though, that you did partake in not one but 2 desserts at Bluebeard's on Friday night. So I'm just saying I don't think that was in the protocol
Oh my
for
God!
training.
Now Schefter's not allowed to tell tales out of school like that. Although I did he say that I told him no dessert, that I shouldn't have dessert, and he's just like, we'll get 1, and then we wound up getting 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
So, but
wondering,
no, I got
how do you
through it.
go?
It's
How do you
okay.
go, Rich? How do you go from none to 2, though? Like, that's like throwing all caution to the wind right there.
Yeah, the dam broke. The dam broke. It was one of those things where like we'll get 1, and then come on, who are you talking? You're like the queen of like, let's get everything and we'll just take 1 bite.
Well, yeah.
You
I
take
hate
half
that.
a bite and then let everybody else. Oh, Brockman, she does that all the time.
Sarah does the
anybody,
same thing.
like-
It's absurd. Just order one thing and eat that one thing. Why do we have to get 14 dishes to have 1 bite?
Is this because
But
you don't want to pay for multiple desserts?
Yes, that
what it
is why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rough.
but you're also the king of like, let's have some stupid ass burger draft where instead of ordering what you actually want, you've got to leave it to chance to get some sort of fantasy rotisserie draft with food.
Are you? Do you want the invite this year?
It's actually really cool, Rich. It's good, Rich.
How do we get off topic on
I'm not
this?
sure.
At any
I'm
rate,
not sure.
everything's good here. I'm in the green room right now, and I want to put on the phone line somebody who's going to sing my praises. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready for prime time? Hold on.
Damn.
Oh, Dion.
Hello? What's up, baby?
Hello, Prime. How are you?
Hey, you would be proud of your man.
I would be.
He had the best start I've ever seen him have, and he came out perfect for the first 15 yards. Then he changed his form 3 different times, but he did well.
Prime, how did
killed it.
Orlando Brown?
No, he really looked the part. He really looked like he can really get it done. He looked good.
So he looked the part of a. Well, and that is a foundation in itself. So.
It's a foundation in itself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
He's
happy
doing a
to
good
hear that.
job.
Thank you. Well, Dion, listen, you know how I feel about you. And the best thing you ever said to me one time was, I'd never see a fat sprinter. Because we were talking about getting ready, getting Rich ready. He said, I see a lot of fat runners, but I never see a fat sprinter. And I think about that every time I run sprints. I think about Dion saying, I never see a fat runner. I never see a fat sprinter.
Well, he's proud of you, and you would be proud of your man.
Well, thank you, Dion. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And I thought about you guys last week when I was in Florida because I had an appearance with Sealy Therapeutic Mattresses, and I just thought about you guys. But he'll explain that. Talk to you later.
We're a sleep number family.
We're sleep number, and Dion, I know what you're talking about. So anyway,
He's gone.
so Rich, tell me this. Aside from, I know he's nuts. Aside from you breaking your own, aside from breaking 6, what was been the best part of the combine for you?
Well, it's Shaquem, and it was a neat moment actually today that we had Shaquem call in during the broadcast, and his idol is Dion. So he's always
great.
said that if Dion, if he ever got to speak to Dion, he would break down. He said that on the NFL Network digital coverage of the combine yesterday when they had him on after the workout, that if he ever got the call from Dion, on 21st and Prime, that he would break down. So we had him on the air live. He had no idea Dion was listening in, and so we hooked the 2 of them up, and the kid just lost his mind, and it's great. I mean, how many times in our, I'll get into it a little deeper tomorrow on tomorrow's show, but how many times have we seen, Suze, athletes who you want to root for, and then the moment happens for them to come up big that they don't, but because that's human nature, that's life. But to come up big and run the fastest 40 in the history of the combine at that position, and then to do so well in the drills as he did, it was awesome. It really was. That and Saquon Barkley, I think, are the 2 stories of the combine.
Look, we talked about this before and how I feel about athletes being inspiration, because I do believe, especially after so many years of covering college football, I see how young kids are influenced by athletes much more than celebrity. And when you see a kid like this, show that he can do whatever he wants. He doesn't want to be known as the kid with one hand. He just wants to be known as a football player. It makes every other kid out there think, I can do this. I can be as good as him in a whole new way. I mean, think about the amount of people that he's going to inspire, Shaquem Griffin, just by performing the way he did this weekend. It's pretty great. I guess I look at it differently as a parent.
Well, he already did. You know, one of the many tweets that I saw come in after the weight and reps of him putting up 20 reps of 225 was from a woman who sent in a crayon drawing. I don't know if you saw that on the Twitter feed, but she sent in saying that as soon as her kid watched Griffin do what he did in the weight and reps room, her 7-year-old went and drew this, and it's like a flat Stanley looking drawing of Griffin in his number 14 jersey for the combine, LB 14, with a device on his left hand. And, you know, I was able to show that to Shaquem when I ran into him at the Michael Johnson Performance Suite. And he just, you know, he got misty.
Right.
I think it was, but that was just after he put up the 20 reps. Like, it was just beginning to dawn on him how much attention was being shined upon his hard work and his dreams. I mean, really, you cannot stress it enough about how neat it is. And certainly to come out of an event like the Combine, which is such a dry event to begin with, you know, it's really cool. It really was great. And how about your ball coach from New England?
Stepping up with a check.
He showed up with a check. It's in my pocket next to the poker checks right now in my wallet.
Yeah, just don't confuse them, okay?
Yeah, no, I will not. Right? I mean, it's amazing. I could not believe that he just came out of the blue and dropped a check on my notes. And I looked at the check, and it said at the top, you know, Belichick. And I just turned to my left over my left shoulder, and there was the modern-day Lombardi grinning like a Cheshire cat over my left shoulder. I didn't even know how to handle that. I mean, live TV, they had just shown Roger Goodell running the 40 in the fifth floor of the offices of the NFL in a 5.41, I might add. You know, so it was just surreal, just a surreal day with a lot of good feelings, like a lot of the warm fuzzies coming out of a combine, which you don't normally feel.
No, and we did notice that he went shirtless with the quarter zip instead of the hoodie, so I thought that was breaking news in itself.
Yeah,
Rich.
nice.
Honey, we're proud of you. The whole family's proud
Thanks,
of you.
hon.
What you're doing is so incredible. And
All right, I'm hopping on a flight. I know you got Socia.
And yeah,
So,
and come on home because, you know, the kids are driving me insane.
Okay, you got it. Great job today, Susan.
Thanks, honey. That was Rich Eisen on his own show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.